and I got to apologize to everyone I ever got a haircut from. Because what I would do is I'd go in there, and my passive, just kind of social anxious would be like, just clean it up. Do whatever you think.
When you had hair growing
When I
out?
had hair. And then they would be like, is this good? They always either this good. I'd be like, that's great.
Yeah.
And I hated it every time.
You know what? I will take you up on that whiskey. That was the weirdest thing. I remember the first day. It was like 10 a.m. I went to a barbershop, and they're like, you want a whiskey while you wait? And I was like, a whiskey? No.
I'll take a bagel or a coffee.
Yeah.
Can you offer me some normal?
Right. No, I won't do a whiskey. I'll just do a BLT. Get the out of here. You got a lobster mac and cheese back there?
Yeah.
I don't know. We're at a tavern. Yeah, I was like, we got whiskey, we got tequila. I'm like, I want a haircut. And maybe stamps if you got it for my next errand.
Lift off. The clock has started.
What?
What are you doing, dude?
Oh, hey, Hesbos.
Hey there.
Welcome to Hesby Street, the podcast where something happens sometimes.
Not always.
But if it does, it's pretty okay.
I'm always saying that sometimes and okay.
Yep.
With this podcast,
Very pretty podcast.
HesbyStreetPod.com has tour dates for me. None for Zack. He said he would send them to me. He did not.
It's been a crazy week.
Yeah, it's been a crazy week. Patreon.com/Hesby Street. You can sign up for a bonus episode every
Single motherfucking week. Is
every
that
week.
unbelievable?
52 times a year.
I feel like it's unfair that we're giving so much, but we love our Hesbos.
Oh, we
love our
love
patrons,
them.
and there's just more fun to be had.
I'm going to be in the following places. San Diego this week. Then I'm headed to Toronto. That's in
Whoa.
Canada.
Holy shit.
Boston. No, Rochester, New York. Boston. Washington, D.C. Denver. More. Check them out.
Denver,
Colorado.
Boston,
And then
Rochester.
And then I heard recently Dalia would go to like a small club in Canada somewhere. So I might look into
Saskatchewan.
that. Yeah, there it is.
I think you'd go for one victim, but you could go for just to try to sell it out.
Well, I was going to say, like, it's really sad that he would go there, but did he cultivate a comedy scene? Did he train them into liking comedy?
The scene is booming now, yeah.
Is that it? Are we done? Can we play music?
What else do
we usually get into?
Yeah, you get the extra episode on Patreon. I'll be in San Diego next month, mid-June. I'll be there doing Don't Tell shows all weekend. A full weekend of Don't Tell comedy shows.
Cool. Buy those tickets nowhere because he won't post it anywhere.
I'll do this.
No,
I'm gonna step it up.
No,
I gotta step it up. Well, let me show you something else cool I can do.
What else can you do?
Listen to this.
Oh, wow. Same as always.
Yeah.
You're good at that, man.
Thanks.
All right, get into your...
Thank you.
What do we do?
We do our comedy inspirations.
There it is. Are these funny?
Our
Tell us. Let us know
apologies.
if we should keep this going. I think it's fun. But
Our
I wanna make sure they
apologies and our comedy style.
style. Which one are we doing?
Let's do inspiration.
Okay, you start.
Okay. My comedy inspiration, or I guess we say artistic inspiration,
Got it.
as it pertains to comedy, is, do you remember when that like airline hit the runway too hard and the news did the report and they got bad intel that said the pilots' names were holy fuck, we too low, and something like boom,
holy
and boom
fuck. Oh,
yeah,
you did that one.
something was like bang crash.
Yeah. That intern is your comedy inspiration.
So it was horrible. I mean,
know.
people were hurt. I think someone died. For sure, people were fired.
Someone died from the fire truck. Do you remember
Yeah,
that? It
yeah.
wasn't the plane crash. It was the fire truck ran over someone.
Yes.
Which is,
Yes.
you always hear about police brutality.
Never about the fireman brutality. They're doing a good job covering it up. Look, it wasn't funny what happened. And I'm sure people at the news station were fired.
Oh, the intern for sure. I think he got a job somewhere else.
But
I'm sure Barstool Sports swooped him up.
everyone talked about it because it was funny.
Yep.
And I think we need to consider that when we make art, that look, people get hurt, people die.
Sometimes your art will kill.
Sometimes your art can kill people, can definitely get people fired, but it leaves an impression that people can carry with them.
Sometimes literally.
Jesus.
My comedy inspiration is a very similar vein.
Okay.
It's because it's about, like you said, getting people to talk.
Yeah.
And so my comedy inspiration is Banksy.
Okay.
And I think it's because I want to be the Banksy of comedy, and I haven't quite figured it out yet. But I love stand-up comedy.
Okay.
But how do I do it in a way where nobody knows who I am?
Like you got to get like a voice distorter.
Yeah, and maybe like a Sia outfit, where she like big bangs.
Yeah.
Like a big bangs.
Yeah, just some blonde bangs.
Yeah, but then also they need to see your eyes, because that's part of comedy. So you got to get fake eyes. They got to read my face.
You could do like a Batman thing where it's just the bottom half of your face. Like a Batman mask.
But inverted, so they can only see my eyes.
Right.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's very
So
early.
Banksy, yeah.
It's very early.
A lot of stencil work, I feel like,
yeah,
for
a lot
Banksy.
of stencil work. I want jokes to explode,
Okay.
so they can't be resold in auction.
Self-destruct.
Self-destruct. So there's a lot of kinks to work out, absolutely. But it's a new phase of my career.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're on the first step towards inspiration.
So I'm going to be the
Follow
Banksy of
that.
comedy. I'm going to have to delete this podcast once I kind of like, you know what I mean?
Figure it out.
But I will leave like weird kind of fun breadcrumbs.
Yeah.
And then these Hesbos will know, and they'll say, I think it's Torio, but I'll be like, guys, I couldn't be that funny.
Yeah.
Look at my old, I quit comedy.
Yeah, yeah. Right.
I couldn't make it.
I'm going Torio Van Grol. I haven't heard that name for years.
I think he
I heard he got shanghaied and stayed in his room on the ship.
I'd be the worst guy to Shanghai.
This fucking gardener has to leaf blow my front door for some reason. It's just rocks out there.
What do you mean your front door? We're at our very fancy
That's what I mean.
podcast studio.
I mean, it's just rocks outside of our studio.
Out of our dude. That's what happens when you're at the
We got to talk to the
Nerd Melt
we got to talk
Studios.
to the property man.
Headgum
Yeah.
JRE Experience Studios.
We got to talk to our producers.
Got to talk to our producers.
And they probably have to run it by the board.
They got to go to the higher ups.
Yeah.
Oh, the higher ups.
Who are powerful.
Oh man,
And
all
like
knowing.
us.
They love us.
Because they see
They
the value
believe
in
in
it.
this.
My apology. My apology is to anyone that I've spoken to while I was trying to be healthy about how alcohol does really nothing for you. If you just stop eating bread and don't eat late, you're gonna start losing and go for a long walk every day.
Why are you
The
apologizing?
pounds melt away.
Great, it's great advice.
Yeah, it is, but like I would never be a motivational speaker because they'd catch me on a day where I'm just like not doing what I say, and they're like, "Zach, what?" And I'm like, "Just leave me alone."
Also,
It's not all the time.
it's not every day. Also, I love the idea of your motivational speaking. It's like just eat less,
I'm like, cut out bread,
cut out bread,
don't drink,
don't drink.
and then I go to Jones every night and don't eat late, and I go to Jones every night for a midnight pizza and all the tequila I can drink. I'm just saying, I apologize for healthy Zach.
I have to apologize. I feel like now that I'm bald,
Yeah, yeah.
it's time to start healing a little bit with it. And I got to apologize to everyone I ever got a haircut from. Because what I would do is I'd go in there, and my passive, just kind of social anxious would be like, just clean it up. Do whatever you think.
When you had hair growing
When I
out?
had hair. And then they would, and it would be bad. And then I would talk such shit about that haircut to people like, don't go there, dude. They suck. But I never told them what to do.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to say.
Yeah.
I was too nervous to say it. I'd be
Right.
like, just trim it up. And
Yeah.
then they'd trim it up, and I'd be like, you suck.
I feel that you're sorry,
Mm-hmm.
but they also should apologize to you. They set this tone of like, if you go in knowing too much what you want, it's actually the good thing to do, but it feels
Mm-hmm.
bitchy.
Right. Yeah, they do kind of set. Yeah. Yeah, I was terrified.
Yeah.
Because my social anxiety would kick in. I'd be like, I don't know, man. You know hair, right? Make hair good.
That's what you would say?
More or less.
You never told them what you wanted.
I'd be like, and then they would be like, is this good? They always either this good. I'd be like, that's great.
Yeah.
And I hated it every time.
You know what? I will take you up on that whiskey. That was the weirdest thing. I remember the
Yeah.
first day. It was like 10 a.m. I went to a barbershop,
Yeah.
and they're like, you want a whiskey while you wait? And I was like, a whiskey? No.
I'll take a bagel or a coffee.
Yeah.
Can you offer me some normal
Right.
shit?
No, I won't do a whiskey. I'll just do a BLT. Get the fuck out of here. You got a lobster mac and cheese back there?
Yeah.
I don't know. We're at a tavern. Yeah, I was like, we got whiskey, we got tequila. I'm like, I want a haircut. And maybe stamps if you got it for my next errand.
That'd be funny. They just kind of know what you want. You look like you need
A roll of quarters.
probiotic.
And then comedic style.
Oh, my style I'm trying out this week is goofy. I'm gonna go goofy.
Okay, what is that?
Well, you know Goofy.
The cow dog? The mysterious Disney creature?
Oh, I was actually thinking just inverted like snowboard, but no, now that you said it, yeah, I think Goofy the dog.
Cow.
Was he a cow?
I think he might have been a
Goofy was a
cat.
dog. Because that was always funny that...
Pluto was a dog.
No, that was the funny thing is Pluto couldn't talk, but Goofy could.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to go Goofy. Just try it out. Laugh at my own jokes.
Yeah. Okay. So when people go, what's Torio's style of comedy? I go, you know, Goofy? It's that. It is that.
Oh, he's kind of goofy up there? No, not in the sense... Not like silly.
Right.
More like the dog cow.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that.
No, I was thinking just the other Goofy, like snowboard, where I just do all my jokes, but just do it
With your left foot forward.
right foot forward.
Okay.
I'm just gonna change the way I am on stage. It's subtle.
One
I
of our
think-
patrons is, or one of our listeners is
But I think
in their
impressive.
car like, it's not right. It's left foot forward, dude.
No, it's not. It's right foot forward.
I think right foot is regular.
No, left foot's regular.
Are you positive?
I'm like
You're from San Diego, so I will
70%
defer to
sure,
you.
so that's pretty good for me.
All right.
Yeah, right foot forward's good.
Can we normalize Goofy? You got regular.
You got regular and then Goofy.
Goofy? I'm a person.
Yeah.
How about regular and beautiful?
No, because then you're shitting on regular.
Well, regular's doing just fine.
How about regular and extra large?
Regular and medium. Okay, now
Your style.
my style. If someone says, "Hey, man, look, so you do comedy? What kind of style?" I'd say my comedy is mostly like pull my finger, but from the perspective of a kid that is experiencing pull my finger for the first time in their lives, so that they enjoy it, are astonished by the hilarity of it,
And they're wondering if it's real.
and they don't get the physics of it. And they're at home trying it on themselves. That's my style right now.
And they shit themselves. They're pulling a finger.
Knuckles are getting cracked.
Yeah, it's a wild ride.
All right, man, you got our door. I feel the draft in here. It feels like a rival podcast is hiring a gardener to be like, just blow the door off that
door.
face.
I don't know if they can hear it, but yeah, there is a leaf blower going on outside. I went
Which
to
is the biggest scam in gardening.
leaf blower.
Just blowing leaves
Just
elsewhere.
blowing it elsewhere.
They don't collect them sometimes.
No, they don't collect. It's
blow
just
'em into the
scatter 'em.
street.
Because you like a leaf here, a leaf there. You know, it's nice.
Right.
It's the good ambiance.
I'm a leaf disperser.
Yeah, but like, you have them all everywhere. It's like, well, now this is tedious. I'm
Yeah.
stepping on them.
How about our new company? Move along, nothing to see here, leaf dispersal.
It's like, why do you drive a Prius? Oh, we don't haul anything.
It's not necessary how we do it.
Necessary. I went up to Bass Lake.
Near the beautiful Yosemite National Park.
Yeah, we did a show with some friends. And it was wild, man. You've done it. It's a rowdy, conservative crowd.
Yeah. It's not the most fun on stage, but it is beautiful off stage.
Yeah, it's a fun hang, and yeah.
Good
the
dinner.
show itself's kind of whatever.
Yeah. The dive bar across the parking lot.
Oh, yeah, the dinner was fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Maybe
steak.
maybe I'll talk about that on the Patreon.
Yeah. Dinner got a little spicy.
Dinner got a little spicy. So we're at the show. Bruce Gray's on stage, very funny.
Hilarious.
There's a heckler, just this drunk lady who's got like a comment after everything. I don't really get involved with hecklers off as the, I'm not gonna. It's like you're on your own. I kind of tell people that we all go up there together.
Oh,
The
like you're not going
show-
to walk up and silence them from the audience.
Yeah, I'm like, listen, it's gonna be a rowdy crowd. The venue's not gonna do anything to stop them.
Yeah.
I'm not either.
You got to be a pro.
Unless it's like physical.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, you're on your own.
Yeah.
Bruce gets into it with her a little bit, and like it's you do that thing with hecklers where it's like you make fun of them a couple times, you tell them to shut up once or twice.
Yeah.
And then
Audience claps usually. Like, thank you.
If they keep going, there's just nothing else you can do.
Yeah.
You've done it all.
Yeah.
You've clowned them. You've told them to shut up. So finally, I go over there, and I'm like, hey, can you just stop talking? Just stop talking,
Oh, wow. They got you to go over there.
Yeah. And she's just like, get out. He's talking to me, you bald fat fuck. Like, right away, dude. I'm like, oh, my God. And I was like, all right, well, you have to either stop talking or leave.
Yeah.
Just do one of those.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then her friend's like, if we leave, do we get our money back? And I'm like, probably not. Yeah. That's not my. Take it up with the venue. Yeah. But no, I'm imagining no. Yeah. So she ends up like taking out her phone and just like texting for the rest of Bruce's set, which is like, all right.
Better
at least
than
you're
the
talking.
alternative. Yeah.
And then after Bruce's set, so now Ariana's on stage. She walks out into the lobby. And I don't know how I ended up in the lobby. I think I just like went to the bathroom. And then she starts like yelling at me again. And I'm just like, she's just like, I was helping the show. He loved it. And I was like, I promise you, he did not love it.
Yeah.
He said on stage, I hate you.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
And then, no. And then to go back, before I ever talked to her, she had said, it came up that she worked for Premier Valley Bank. A little shout out to Premier Valley Bank.
Oh,
in
wow.
Fresno.
We're coming for you.
Yeah. And so while we're in the lobby and she's just cussing me out, she's just like, you fat bald.
Oh, my
really attacked
God.
by lack of hair. You
Yeah.
bald fuck.
Fuck, man.
And I never cussed at her because like,
Right.
not I wouldn't do that
I
anyway,
know.
but also like not in a professional. So I'm being professional.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'm just saying like, hey, you're ruining the show. I'm being stern. I'm not being nice to her.
Right.
But I'm just like saying like, hey, you're being really disruptive. It's not okay. What
Yeah.
you're doing is not okay. You're a bad person. I think I was the worst I said.
Yeah.
And then Bruce comes in, and he's like, she flips Bruce off, and at this point, security's involved. It's not like that crazy, but she's just like, it's just one of those
She's
things.
a
where it's
problem. Yeah.
yeah. And then at one point, she's like, you embarrassed me in front of my clients, which is like,
She had clients there?
and Bruce is like, I promise you, I did not embarrass you. Like any embarrassment.
Yeah.
So finally she leaves. She goes to the bar next door. After the show, which is like another hour in the show maybe, we go to the bar. She has left. The bouncer was like, you're lucky she just left. We go in, we're hanging out. There's a guy at the bar that was at the show. He's got that kind of like Central Valley rich look,
Okay.
Like, it's like dress shirt with a vest over it and a ball cap.
Yeah.
But a nice watch, maybe a ring or
Okay.
like kind of like Kevin Costner in Yellowstone.
All
Kinda
right.
like how
Yeah,
he
yeah,
dresses,
yeah,
where
yeah.
it's like, yeah, he's just jeans and boots, but they're like, you can just tell.
Right.
He's like, hey guys, good show and all that. And he goes, hey, I'm a customer at Premier Valley Bank. And we're just kind of laughing about it. He's like, I'll tell you what, I won't be on Monday. And we were like, oh, snap.
That's great.
It was a cool
That's
vibe.
great. Oh, my
Yeah.
God. I love that.
Yeah,
I wish I
love
could watch
little
the
Premier
accounts
Valley
get closed
Justice.
in real time.
I don't know if he'll really do it. Might just be a joke. Might not be worth the work, but
There's a guy called like that
fuck
Dinesh
Premier
guy.
Valley Bank.
Well,
Dinesh?
not
Oh.
fuck Premier Valley Bank, but if they agree with her views, fuck Premier Valley Bank.
Oh, we're not doxing Premier Valley Bank on the pod?
We can't come
too
after.
much.
We can't even come after small banks.
That's true. They are small.
Yeah, we only
You're right. Premier Valley Bank, don't quit your...
fire the whatever the person that calls people bald fat fucks when they're just
Yeah.
asking her to be a little bit quieter. That's pretty fair.
Yeah.
I would love it, but now that's not enough. Like, I want you to be their most powerful client.
I just buy the bank.
Yeah. Just to fire her and the bank goes under. 'Cause you're like, I don't know.
We'll
how
get bailed out.
to- Yeah, that's true. Get bought by Chase.
It was a wild night.
It's
dude.
interesting that her argument was, you're embarrassing me in front of my clients. I'm like, so you talk like that knowing your clients are around? I'd hate to see you be quiet.
Yeah, it was a wild trip, man. I think I got yelled at 4 different times by the end of that fucking week.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll be back. I said that
Really?
I said that to one of the assistant managers. I was like, I think this is it for me. And she's like, really? And it is a bummer because it is like a night. I think it's a win-win. Like that small town gets good comedy.
Yeah.
And then we also get to get out of the city for a while.
It's like a beautiful vacation resort. We don't have a ton of time. Like when, it's kind of in and out. But every time we've left there, we're like, can we like get a room one of these summers and stay for a weekend?
But I think for me, it's just not worth it financially. It just doesn't pay enough. And then on top of that,
The stress of it all.
it's just not fun for me.
It's not that fun of a show. You're at a banquet hall, and these people aren't really comedy audiences.
And they don't realize how much work we're doing for them.
Yeah.
Although that's the problem is that like 95% of the people really do love it. And they come up and they say, thank you so much for coming to our small town.
Yes.
Sorry about it's always 3 people.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, it's just not. I just can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
But I'll give it to someone else. Hopefully.
Did Bruce love it? I feel like Bruce would love it.
Bruce did not love it.
Damn.
Yeah, I think Bruce wanted to love it and thought he was going to love it.
Because it was like, he's a Bakersfield guy.
Yeah.
It's like his...
I think that lady ruined it for him.
Damn.
I think it ruined it for him because he didn't love... Bruce is great with crowd work.
Yeah.
And he did well with it, but I think in his head, he's like, I left,
Right.
when you're a comic, I just left something on the table. I did
Or when
one
you get
thing wrong.
genuinely mad and disappointed, now the fun is
At
gone.
one point, he said, I've been on TV. I don't need this.
That's so
Which
funny.
is that's when you've lost.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's like, now you're just fighting trolls.
Yeah.
Damn. It's funny to think that you're helping a show when in reality you've just made it so that person is never coming back.
Right. Yeah.
You help so much that he is avoiding this venue like the plague, whether you're there or
the whole
not.
town. Yeah.
But go check out the Pines Resort at Bass Lake.
Pines Resort is
it's
great.
gorgeous.
It's a great place to stay if you're going to Yosemite. People are cool.
And if you're a hungry up and coming comic,
Hit me up,
ask
dude.
about filling in their comedy night.
Yeah.
Yeah, Torio can vouch for you. That's great. I was in Vegas over the weekend. Guys trip.
Ooh. You seem fine.
I can't tell you anything about it.
Your face isn't missing any pieces.
No,
you don't seem super hungover.
You know what's funny is I am the life we live is very party adjacent.
Yeah.
So like almost every night we're kind of at a party.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Totally.
Like it doesn't always feel like it for us, but we're there.
Right. Comedy, there's a party vibe.
And if you're in a party mood, the party is willing to embrace you with open arms.
Mm-hmm.
But I went with all my guy friends who have like real lives and jobs.
So they're like breaking off. What is it called? Cutting loose.
They were cutting loose. And I think they were like needed. Some of them have kids.
Right.
It's like, dude, let's fucking rage.
Mm-hmm.
And we stayed up till like 5 a.m. every night.
You doing cocaine?
No.
Okay.
And and
That look was amazing. He wasn't.
I wasn't. I
He
said
was
I wasn't.
not. Yeah.
So yeah, we didn't it just didn't feel like that much different for me, if that makes sense. Doesn't sound very healthy.
Yeah.
But it's very much like the pace that I live at. Like I'm
Right.
usually going to bed at 3 a.m. Now I'm going to bed at 5 a.m.
Right.
Like I'll be okay.
Yeah.
But it was great. Met some fucking characters. There was this one cab driver, Marco from Guatemala. And we picked him up, and he knew everything about Vegas. Apparently, there's going to be a train that Richard Branson is building with the company from Shanghai,
You'll love it already.
downtown LA to Vegas.
No fucking way. That'll never happen. Did you even Google that?
End of 2024. That's too early.
Yeah.
But they've been talking about it for years.
Oh, years.
But the way he unveiled information was like this unsolicited trivia. So he's just driving and he goes, when the words I say Desert Express, why you think? And, and my buddy goes, is that because he had heard something back in the day called like the Silicon Express that I guess was like hookers that would come to LA for the weekend
Right.
and go back to like, work and then be in Nevada. And so that's what my buddy said. And he was like, what? No way. You want to know? We're like, yeah, we want to know. He's like, train, downtown Los Angeles to the Las Vegas, company from Shanghai, combined with what's Virgin Airline. I'm like, Richard, he's like, Branson, this guy, they go The train, once the Nevada line is crossed, casino opens in the train, drinking opens, live music, all you need, come back one night. And I'm like, that is fucking awesome. We
Yeah.
anxiously await that. Why do you think that sphere is? The big black sphere. And I'm like, like
moon?
it's like a building. I'm like,
Yeah.
a concert venue, close. Close?
Close to a concert venue.
Okay. What do you think when I say sports? I'm like, what do I think when you say sports? I think there's going to be a sports team in there. He said, yes. What team? The Raiders. No, Raiders. Allegiant Stadium is over there. I'm like, okay. The A's. No, A's Stadium is going to be. I'm like, all right. Well, aside from where the A's are going to play, what is going in there? What do you think when I say, what do you think this? I say basketball. I'm like, what do I think when you say this? I think
you just go.
I think we have to be
swish.
close. Word association. He's on fire. And then he goes, what team? And I'm like, the Clippers. No, they have a new stadium. It's SoFi is going to be built.
I want to
End
guess.
of
There's a new team
2020.
moving to Vegas.
That's what he says.
The Pelicans.
No,
Does he know a team?
he knows.
The Thunder.
He knows the state.
Arizona. The Suns.
Arizona.
Yeah.
So we laughed at that. And then he goes, this strip club, good steakhouse.
It's good to know. That's some good. That's some
great
good thing to
advice.
know.
And then it turned into what's the best strip clubs. He had very staunch opinions about
sure.
He was very an everyman strip club.
Right.
The nicest one, they're not nice if you're not rich. I'm like, you're a man of the people, Marco. And then he goes, steak dinner. I'm like, where do you go for a steak dinner? Because we were going to have a steak
Same
dinner.
place.
He goes, for me, meat is meat. You getting me for $500 Wolfgang, which is not true.
You lost me,
This
Marco.
is not
You lost me on meat is meat. That's not.
What you say when I tell you this, I think, what you think when I say I go steak dinner, tall beer, ribeye, my favorite place. What you think I say it costs? How much you think?
$30.
$10.99,
Oh.
everything you need. And we're like, we get out of the car at that point. It felt like we were just losing at Cash Cab. No lights. No fucking.
Yeah, just impossible trivia. What do you think I say? My middle name.
What do I think you say? And then on the way to the airport, an even more twisted cab driver. This guy had like the
Twisted. Okay.
This guy had the quintessential Mexican accent.
Okay.
He's like, okay, my friend. And we got in the car and he looked and he had these eyes that were like Benicio del Toro. And he's like, where are you guys from? Where are you from? And we said, California. He's like, California, I live all over there. And we're like, yeah, where? He's like, Bakersfield, San Diego. And then we're like, wow. He's like, I live all over. And then he's like, what do you think? And then Colin, my friend Colin, tries to like do the trivia stuff. He's like, so is this going to be a train? And he's like, train? What? And he's like, is this a train? And he's like, where? He's like, it's going to be a train. And he's like, that's a train? Or like pointing at a building. And then my friend goes,
so confused.
my friend goes, what's the sphere? And he goes, music. And I'm like, music? So yeah. And then he said, music. And my friend goes, what kind? And he goes, all kind. 80s. Led Zeppelin.
90s.
Led Zeppelin. And then my friend goes, Led Zeppelin? And he goes, uh-huh. And he does this haunting laugh. Uh-huh. And then he goes, you got family? He's like, you go back to San Diego? We were like making small talk. And he goes, sometime. My friends have a ranch. Horses.
We're gonna bury
And we're
you
like,
there.
what do you do? Straight up, he goes, make a fire, play guitar.
We don't talk about
And he
the
goes, you
rest.
play guitar? What kind? Spanish guitar? And he goes, no, German, British. I'm like, what? And he goes, I play music. And we go, what kind? He goes, 80s.
Led
He
Zeppelin.
just loved 80s. Led Zeppelin, The Doors. And then he goes, starts talking about people that died in random places. And
That he knows?
That he knows. And he was like, L.A. Santa Monica.
You been there?
My friend, he swim. It's too, how you say, go down. I'm like, it's too deep. He goes, yeah, he died. And my friend looks at me and we're like, this guy
Is gonna kill us.
has killed people for the cartel and has fallen in love with killing people as a result. So we get out and we go, all right, man, take care. And he goes, he died. Okay, have a good day. And we were like,
This is why you don't take cabs, man. You gotta take Ubers.
You gotta Uber.
Yeah.
You gotta Uber. That taxi driver is living amongst us and would kill. He had some racist things to say.
Oh no,
He was not a good man.
He seems like such a good guy.
He seemed like death is his favorite hobby. That laugh will haunt me in my nightmares.
Yeah, of course.
Especially when you talk about people dying.
And then I see their last breath.
And then, yeah. Their face, you go blank. Dude. Please don't exist here.
All right, I feel like we got to end on something happier. All right, it was kind of a downer episode.
Marco brought a lot to the table when you think about it.
That's
in
true.
hindsight, we're sick of trivia now.
He was hopeful. There was
he was
train.
hopeful. He wanted
There
to
was
know
basketball.
what you think when he said what you think.
What you think?
Yeah, Vegas was fun.
Bass Lake was not fun.
Bass Lake was not fun.
No, it was not fun. But Vegas, that's where I'm going to go next.
Vegas, we should go. Guys
should do
trip.
it.
We should do a
Guys
Hesbo.
trip.
All patrons.
No, all Hesbos. Let's get anyone that wants to fly to Vegas.
Okay, but then I'm putting a velvet rope somewhere.
Yeah, there's a velvet rope for the patrons for sure.
and it's gonna be in the middle of the room.
we have a special dinner. Like, you guys just do your own thing. We're going to the patron dinner.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, can I join now?
Yeah.
No.
I bet guys our dinner and they're like, what are they eating back there? And then Marco's in with the patrons and he goes, it doesn't matter. It's meat. There is meat. This is meat.
And then it's the other taxi driver's like, you don't want to know?
That goes, okay, whose credit card got canceled for Patreon?